people he kept coming across. And he did it on a live, so Riley, you have this smile, and then you go and turn like, oh, this is so annoying. I'm like, dude, am I annoying? Is he?
Same. Well, Drew was about to call you. Like,
Yeah,
just
he
to
was
talk.
gonna.
Oh, I would figure he would.
He was like telling us, he's like, we have to get everyone together. It's like, go find Riley and Kate, and we gotta get a cute picture with everyone. I was like, what are
He
you
was like on a
about?
mission.
I am not going to get everyone together.
Yeah, no. Drew kept being like, Kate, come talk to me. Everyone start a picture. And I'm like, no, what are you talking about? You can get me in play.
All right. You just want me to go through the 3 problems?
Yeah.
All right, let's do them. All right, before we go over all 3 of the problems, which I'm happy to do. So, some of you, as you probably check grades, because I know most of you check your grades regularly, some of you might have seen an unimprovement in your grade. Why is that? Well, there's something called the capstone that I'm waiting on. So as soon as you take it, your grade can go back up. There is a review on Schoology that I am grading. Okay, and there is the one on Illuminate that you have to come in and take with me. Okay, so this is the one on Schoology. That's worth 10 points. If you get a 6 out of 10 on this one, I put a 20 out of 20 quiz score in for you. But there is an awful lot of you who haven't come in and done it yet.
So if we got the extra credit on all of them, does it mean anything other than like our grade curving at the end?
Curving.
Man, that's all.
If we
Throw the curve in at the
extra
end.
credit on all of them, does our grade curve a little extra?
For you, yes. And I'll steal other people's curves away from them. So,
Yes, sir. Can I come in tomorrow morning?
so we can bend yours up. You have a quiz you need to make up with me. It's 0 right now. Dude, you can totally do it. Come see me.
Tomorrow,
Can I come in
8,
tomorrow
I'm
morning?
making a quiz and capstone.
Yay. All right, so,
Can I come in tomorrow morning to take that test?
I have a meeting right before school, but if you get here before 7:30, yes. Cool.
Yep.
Good. So, don't worry, for those of you who are panicking, going, oh my gosh, my grade's not allowed to be lower, well, yes, it can be, and it is, and it will come back up as soon as you do it.
Wait, so is the Schoology thing like completion?
No.
Oh.
It grades it for you, and if you get a 1 out of 10, guess what? You get a 1 out of 10. There is somebody who got a .23, and their grade in there is a .23 out of 10.
I should probably fix it.
Oh, so it's basically.
I didn't get .23, but
Yeah, well, it grades it for me. Heck yeah, I'm not going to work that hard.
It's only a 30-point test, so will my grade even go up?
Yes,
heck yeah, dude.
How much? Like,
a lot. At least 19%.
I need 6%, and my grade's not going to go up 6%. Will it go up like?
Dude, it'll definitely go up.
Who knows? It'll go up.
0 out of
You
30.
know it's a lock that it's going to go up.
Dude,
How much? I don't
right
know.
side,
But
at least
it's
we're not in the
only
Russian
30.
gulag.
I know. You'll do great on it.
I won't.
You'll do great. Trust me. All right. We good? Everyone fulfilled on this? All right. I am looking at 12E, and I gave you 3 whole problems to do. Is that over 9?
Okay, we should just get 3 whole problems every day.
All right.
Oh yeah.
All right. Also, friends, there is a review that is at the very end. I will, by Wednesday, at the end of the day, have a video of every problem worked out on the review.
It's
Okay.
36 points.
Sorry, but that to be on my AP World test, my grade went up 4 points.
Is that a pretty low grade?
No,
Oh.
it's just that I'm stupid in that class.
No, you are not.
Clearly she is.
I did really bad in that class.
All right, so these, if you remember from Friday, are hyperbolas. The reason this is different than an ellipse is because that subtraction sign, agree? All right, so let's go ahead and make our little rectangle. So it's going to go out 3 this way, 3 this way, up 2 this way, down 2 this way. Here's my imaginary rectangle that doesn't really exist. Okay? Which values? 20%.
What?
Yeah, that's how we've always done it. All right, so these are my end behavior asymptotes. They will ask to find the slope. So if I wanted to find the slope, I'm going to go up 2, right 3. M equals 2/3. This is M equals negative 2/3. Cool? All right, which value is positive? The X. So it's going to go this way. And then in order to find the foci, I'm going to go c squared equals a squared plus b squared. So I get 9 plus 4, so that's 13. That's what c squared is. So c equals plus or minus root 13. Root 13 is a little bit bigger than 3, not as big as 4. It's about there and about there. Cool. Questions on that? What do I do? All right. And then I also asked you all to try 8, right?
Yeah.
So the only difference on A is it's going to shift a little bit for you. It's still going to be a hyperbola, so I get x minus 5 squared over 16 minus y plus 1 over 9 equals 1. Okay, hyperbola again, because that's subtraction sign. This one, center did adjust a little bit, so let's do this. Go Cartesian. All right, let's see if we can figure this out. So this had shifted right 5. Ooh, I'm going to increase that a little bit. That should be good. So it's going to go right 5 and down 1. So from there, I'm going to go, because of that, I'm going to go right 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Left 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to go up 3, down 3. So there's my imaginary thing. So that should show me I have a slope of up 1, 2, 3 over 1, 2, 3, 4. So slope of 3 over 4. This is a slope that's the negative of that. Everything okay so far?
Yeah.
The x value is the positive, so our ellipse is going to look like this. And then if I wanted to find my c value, I'm going to go 16 plus 9, so c squared is equal to 25, so c equals plus or minus 5. So I'm going to go out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. Done.
How do you know if it's a hyperbola or a circle again?
The
Or like
denominator would be the exact same if it's a circle. If it's an ellipse, you'd have a plus sign where that subtraction is.
Oh, okay. That's it.
And it's a parabola if you only have one squared value. All right, and then number 11 was the last one, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Number 11. So I got y plus 3. Oh, finally, one's going to open upward, downward, right? How do I know that? Because the y value is positive. All right, so I get that minus x minus 4 over 9 equals 9. All right. So let's just make this. It's going to shift. Oh, that's the y though. It's going to shift right 4 and then down 3. Is everyone okay with the shifting? Okay. All right. In the y direction, I'm going to go up 5 and down 5. And then right 3 and left 3. let's see, I get that, 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 and that. If I wanted to find my slope, is it 5 over 3? Cool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then negative 5 over 3. And this one, because this value is the positive value, it's actually doing this.
So whatever y is first, it just flips.
Yeah, whenever this value is positive. All right, and then let's find our foci. So it's going to be c squared equals 25 plus 9. So c equals plus or minus root 34. Root 34 is just a little bit less than 6. So from here, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go down this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down here. So there's my.
Nice.
That's it.
So do you have to graph the parabola on that?
It's called an ellipse or a hyperbola.
But
What parabola?
whatever, the curve.
Curve, I guess.
Do you graph that on the y in this case, or like the foci?
The foci, and they're both on the going in the y direction, opening up and down, because the y squared is the positive value.
Yeah, but do you graph the line? Does it fall on the blue or the green?
So this comes down and opens, touches the blue here, and goes back up, follows
Okay,
the
so
empty.
the green dot is just there.
That's the foci.
Okay.
That's the foci right there.
Okay.
Hey, thank you for a little. Let's see. Yep, and yep. Cool. What'd they do this time? Oh, yeah, baby. Because you were playing with matches. And Ben was playing with a lighter.
Sir, knock on wood, I'm yet to get one of those in class.
Dude, I'll get you one. All right. No, we're in class.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
All right. So, y'all did the homework, I hope. Put a 4 at the top, please.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
If you were here, I'll give you the points. If you weren't here, then you got to turn it in.
Sister, I have a question.
So we
Talk to
don't
me.
turn it in? Wait, if we're here today, we don't
Yes.
have to turn it in?
Yeah, because I figured y'all copied down. If you're turning in something that isn't today's letter E, if you have something to turn in, come put it in the orange folder, please.
Oh, it's pretty easy if I do say so myself. Same.
6. Thank you. All right, so this is just really kind of summing it up, and then tomorrow we'll be talking about what happens when things. Is this old homework that I need?
So is this review?
So this is kind of starting a review of this stuff. After today, so tomorrow's going to be how do we solve it when you have two parabolas on the same graph, a circle and a parabola, a circle and a. So tomorrow is going to be this. How do we solve this? How do we solve this? How do we solve this?
Wednesdays?
Things like that. So, and then Wednesday, as a class, you get to have a total of 4 people in your group. Okay, that's not 4 people where you're sending someone over to look at the other group's paper. It's 4 people on your own. Okay, you get to do the test. Okay, cool. And then again, guys and girls, there are a lot of you that did not do the Schoology review, and I think I allow you to do it like 16 times or 20 times so you can get a perfect on it. Yes, it is. You can't just go in and say, "Oh, submit," and dude will give me points. No, you got to do it, and then you have to get your capstone done. Okay, your capstone. All you have to earn is a 6 out of 10, and I put a 20 out of 20 quiz score on. There's still people like, "Oh, I don't have time." Well, okay, I've been out of town. Okay, good. I'm here to teach the person who's present, not the person who's absent.
They sound like a stone to me. A capstone.
Yeah. All right, so let's connect what we've learned about all 4 types of conics. So if we were to take a look at problem number 1, it says carefully consider your equation to decide if the graph would be a parabola, circle, ellipse, or hyperbola. You don't need to transform these at this point. So maybe if you said, oh, I know I could put these together, and I could put these together, and it's going to be equal to that. What does that one appear to be without going any further?
A circle.
I think a circle, yeah. And I guess we could verify if it's a circle by completing the square. So I can x minus 4 plus y minus 2 squared. I'd add 16, and I would add 4. So that's 14, so definitely a circle. And so I just completed the square without doing all the work. What about the second one? What does it appear to be? I think ellipses are absolutely right. The reason it's an ellipse is what you'd have to do is you'd have to go through and start completing the square on it, and we'll see one later. But this one, we have addition signs across the board. Yeah, we have a negative 36y, but I don't think that's going to affect it. So being we have all these pluses in there, and we have an x squared and a y squared, I think we're pretty safe saying it's an ellipse. 3, parabola, why is that? Yeah, only one of my values is squared, so I think we're good with a parabola there. And hyperbola, the reason why I'd say hyperbola here is one of my squared values is a negative. Okay? One of my squared values is negative. I think this right here is what is indicating, hey, it's a hyperbola. Okay? Everyone happy? All right. So let's remember how to sketch these. I think an important thing on this is maybe get x by itself. I get this. So this is a sideways opening parabola, agree? And so things that we have to remember on this is this goes backwards on the vertex. So I'm going to go -5 up 2. Does it open left or right? Does it open left or right? Left. Why? I had that negative right here. This is going to say, hey, open up left, buddies. And so I'm going to go up 1, left 1, down 1, left 1, up 1, left 3. 1, 2, 3. 3. So we have a sideways open parabola. Cool. That's it. Can I move on? What does this one appear to be? Ellipse? Why is it not a hyperbola? Yeah, we got a plus in there.
But it's moved
It is. It shifted
down 3.
down 3. So down here, this is like where my center will take place. So I'm going to go right from that 5.
X is a major and Y
3,
is
4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to go up 2, down 2. There we go. Oh boy. All right, and so where our major axis going this, hey, how do I find the foci of these? It's still the c squared, but what's between a squared and b squared? Minus. Okay, so I'm going to go 25 minus 4. So I'm going to wind up with root 21. C is equal to plus or minus root 21. Root 21 is bigger than 4, less than 5. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's about there. About there. There's our foci. Cool. Can I move on?
What exactly is a foci?
So, use your imagination. Let's say I take those two and I put a string in between them, but the string kind of has a swag to it. Sam needs to comment now. If I were to take that string and make it taut with a pencil and then draw it, that's how I'd make the... It's kind of like the two centers of the... that exist to draw it. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
All right. What do you think? Well, I'd say let's rearrange it. So I'm going to move the 16 over, move this over. So I'm going to get x squared plus y minus 4 quantity squared equals 16. What is it? Parabola? No. Ellipse?
No.
No.
Uh,
No, it's a circle. Why is it a circle? Well, if I divide everything by 16, I'd get x squared over 16, y minus 4 squared over 16 equals 1. So this is a circle. This is a circle where I have a center circle at center 0, 4.
what?
What?
Why?
What's my radius? 4. So I'm going to go up 4,
Oh.
right 4, down 4, left 4. There we go. Hey, what's the foci of a circle?
Oh, the center.
Good.
Wait, what's the first one?
It's the center. It's kind of like cheap extra credit stuff. Yes, it's enough to move you up 6% if you know that. What do we got? Circle, ellipse.
Hyperbola.
Why is it a hyperbola and not ellipse?
Negative x.
Yeah, I got that. So hey, we got our hyperbola. Where's my center of this bad boy?
-1, -2.
-1 and 2.
Yeah.
Everyone comfortable with that? Okay, in the y direction, how far am I going up?
3.
1, 2, 3. And down, 1, 2, 3. In the x direction, how far right?
4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Good. And 1, 2. So let's draw in our rectangle. Draw in our end behavior asymptotes. So this would go up 1, 2, 3 over 1, 2, 3, 4. And m equals -3/4. Does this open up, down, or right, left?
Up or down?
Up or down. Reason why it's opening up or down is my y squared component's positive. So it's doing this. Let's find the foci. So that's c squared equals a squared plus b squared. So I get 9 plus 16. So I get c equals plus or minus 5. So from here I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's one foci.
Is
1,
it
2,
root 5?
3, 4, 5. Well, it's root 25, which is 5.
Okay.
Yay. We doing good?
It opens up and down because
The y. If the x was there, it would right, left, in. Move on.
Yeah.
Ready? Okay. Uh-oh. What we got?
5 by 1.
Good. Divide everything by 144. That's going to give me x squared over 16 plus y squared over 9 equals 1. Did I do my math right?
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's gonna be
It's going to be
another.
an ellipse. I like it. Ellipse that's centered at 0, 0. In the x direction, I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4. Left, 1, 2, 3, 4. Up 3, down 3. Foci. In order to find the foci of this, it's going to be c squared equals a squared minus b squared. Good. So I'm going to get 16 minus 9. 16 minus 9 is 7. So I get c equals plus or minus root 7. So root 7 is not quite 3, bigger than 2. So it's about there and about there. I think that's right. Cool. Oh, wait. This is over here. I'm sorry. It's over here. Just make the dot bigger and it works. Now I'm going to get the kid on the test going, yeah, dot is somewhere in here. Go get it. I knew it. I knew it. All right. Ooh, write the equation. It's a parabola. Opens down. So what's my vertex of this bad boy? I don't know if yours is showing up as on here or not. It might be.
-3.
Negative 3 comma 1. So we have to remember that y equals x minus h quantity squared plus k. And then if I pattern graph, I go right 1, down 1, right 1, down 3. So my a value has to be negative 1. So I'm going to get y equals negative 1 times x plus 3. Because it opens down in my pattern graph, I went right 1, down 1. Then my k value is plus 1. So let's see if we're close. Oh yeah, baby. Dude, you have a negative 1. They just have a negative. Okay.
Enough of that negativity.
All that negative stuff.
Sending out negative vibes.
Oh, I hope I give you guys positive vibes. Can I go? Keep going?
Yeah.
Yay. All right. What does it need to find the graph hyperbola? Find the center. Use vertices and asymptotes to sketch the rectangle. Use the dimensions of the rectangle and find a squared and b squared. Cool. That should work. All right. So what does that center appear to be?
Negative 2, or 2 negative 3.
So it appears to be at 2. Oops, come on, baby. 2 negative 3. I like that. And then how far does it go here? I go 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's do this. It's going to be x minus 2 squared plus y plus 3 squared equals 1.
Negative, right? I mean, minus 1 plus 3.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. That's worth 6% right there. All right. So if I come over in this direction, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this has to be 16. And let's see. It would have went up. Let's see what's my slope. 1, right, 2. My slope appears to be 1 over 2. Negative 1 over 2 if I counted it right. That's about right. I think with that though, I think this is kind of my, they didn't draw the rectangle in, so I'm thinking this is 1, I think. That is, and I'm just basing that off of looking at my thing, it goes up 1, 1 squared is 1. Now the answer is going to be totally different. Let's see, they got 4. And I think this is poorly written because I don't see the rectangle. I don't see the rectangle. So I said this, they said this. I don't see the rectangle drawn in the graph, and I think you need the rectangle drawn on the graph in order to get it. Okay?
So Sir, wouldn't you be able to just count from the center to the right?
I did, and I went up 1, right 2.
Yeah.
And that's what I was basing it off of my rectangle. Here it was easy. I could go 1, 2, 3, 4 and get right there. But I didn't have something that I needed to count up to. So I think it's a poorly written graph. I think the rectangle needs to be there. For you, yes. 20 of them. Fungi. All right, let's see. My center here is negative 2, 2. So I'm going to get, I got to do the y first. Y minus 2 squared. Why am I doing the y first? It's up and down. And x plus 2 squared equals 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'd say that's a 49. Ew. I'm going to base that it's going there. So I'm thinking this is maybe a 9. The reason I did that is it looks like right here, that exists nicely for us. So that would be part of our rectangle, I think. We're going to find out here. Come on, baby. Yeah! Oh, so they wrote it, so the way we did it, or they wrote it the other way. Which way's right? You pick.
So how would you know the denominator for the x if it wasn't there?
I just looked, I saw this point right here and it felt good. I could go over 3 and it fell right on it.
So there's like no real way to tell unless it's
I would say on the test, I'm going to make the rectangle there for you.
Right.
So all you have to do is just count. Go, okay, 1, 2, 3.
and then
Cool. All right. Write an equation for a circle. Find the center. What's the center of the circle?
You need the 0. You need the midpoint formula.
So, what's the center just by looking at it though?
0, 0.
Yeah.
Everyone good there?
Yeah.
All right. 36. Okay. That's the diameter. All right, so let's use the distance formula.
Wouldn't it just be 3?
No, because it's shifted up. So I'm going to get, let's see, x1, y1, x2, y2. So that's going to give me -3 minus 3 squared, -6 minus 6 squared, root. So that's 636 plus -12, 144. That's 180, root 180. So we should get a circle as 180 equals x squared plus y squared. Let's see if we got it. What? Let's just cover that back up. Maybe that, yeah, no, that center was at 0, 0, definitely. All right, so write an equation for a circle with diameter connecting here. Let's find that midpoint first. So the average of the x's and the average of the y's. So that's going to give me 3 over 2. And -4 over 2, -2. So there's my center. So my equation so far is going to be x minus 3 quantity squared plus y plus 2 quantity squared. And then we have to use the distance formula to figure out the radius. So I'm going to go 11 plus 15 squared plus -6 minus 2 squared. So 17 squared plus 8 squared. So that's 343 plus 64, I think. 407.
Yeah.
Yuck, dude, who came up with that? 80. Okay, I swear I don't think the answers are right there. All right, write an equation for the ellipse with the vertices. Okay. So I'm going to look here. Oh, okay, stop. I know that -2 in the y direction has to be there. And then look here, what's in the middle of that? That would be, what's in between 6 and -1? 5, 4, 3, -0, 1, 2, 2.5. 2.5, yuck. Write the equation for the ellipse, got that. Let's just take a look. Again, that's got to be off.
They rounded it.
Yeah, they did something goofy. I agree with the -2. So hang on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. -1. That's 3 below. Oh, duh. That's a 3. All right, so that's going to give me x minus 3 quantity squared. I know it is. And then I have to figure out my distances. So if I went from 3 to 6, that was 4, 5, 6. That's 9. I'm still off. Yeah, this one's off. You expect me to have good stuff. First aside, conic. First aside, dude, I'm done. I don't feel like doing it anymore. All right. What do you think? What do you guys want to do?
It's just
Yeah,
what do you think?
you're beautiful.
Says you.
All right, what did we say we do? 12F?
Every other even.
Every other even sounds good to me. EOE started with 2, just skip 4, do 6.
I wasn't there the first day, so I never heard of
Ooh,
it.
12F.
I just go up and say, this guy wrote about.
Thank you.
Against the lectures.
What do you even have to include in it?
I don't know. He's like, don't worry about it.
Drew, where you at?
Drew, where you at?
Your seat's empty. I got pictures of you at prom. You didn't show up here.
What the heck, man?
Dude.
Was he at prom? Did you see him at prom?
No, you sent me all these pictures.
Did he actually?